cruising in the 1963 Corvair Monza, you know, made by Chevrolet. These cars have such a cool look. I've always liked them. Very European looking to me. When I was a kid, we lived at my grandparents' house, me and my mom and my sister, for a little while, and the neighbor across the street, Mr. Brown, he had one of these cars, and one day he took me out. I was probably 6 or 7. One thing about Mr. Brown was he was pretty insightful and pretty observant, so he would tell me all these little different stories, and I'd stand there and listen, and I said, oh yeah, I knew that. And after about 4 or 5 times of saying that, yeah, I knew that, one time he looked at me and he says, hey, if you already knew, why did you ask? So every time I always say I know something, I always look back and think of Mr. Brown and that Corvair. So anyways, we'll cruise and we'll pull over up here and let you get a good look at it inside and out. Hey, here we're taking a look at the Corvair outside. I love this field. This is a grass field here in Oregon. These places are all over the place. And anyways, I took some photos out here one time of my daughter during her senior photos. And I was driving out here while we were doing our other videos, and I thought, hey, this looks nice. So anyways, we'll take a look at it. You can see some of the flaws on it. You know, right here you can see the paint coming off, and it's just been touched up. A couple little bubbles. There's a chip there. Original hubcaps. Monza 900 Corvair. Got your gas cap here. You can look down the side. You know, when you look down the sides, it looks a little wobbly. You know, it's not the most straight car. But you know, it's just a really nice little driver. You can see around the wheel lips and stuff. You know, they're not rusty, no bubbles around there. Look around the back here. This specific Wonderland plate, I put that on there for fun. You know, back in 1963, if you were at the car dealership and you want to take a test drive, that's what they would have put on here. And so it comes actually with current plates from Oregon. You can see another chip right here. You can see a chip here. You can see some of in the vents here in the engine. You can see some of the chip, you know, the chipping come away here around the vents. You can see some more scratches here. And, you know, the same thing on this side. You'll see different things on the paint. There's some kind of chipping there, some chips. It's got a convertible boot on it. It has a manual top. It's not a power top. Actually, I don't even know if they came with power tops on these. You can see some more chipping right here. You can see some scratches. But overall, you know, the paint looks okay. I mean, it looks great from 20 feet away. When you get close to it, it starts looking, you can, you know, notice little things about it. But most times, you know, people aren't going to say anything to you. You're just driving it and enjoying it. You can see here it's got original inboard lights there for the bright lights T3. You can see chipping here. Corvair, you can see T3 there as well. So anyways, this just kind of gives you a different look, just trying to point out different things about the car, just point out different flaws that it has and some of its good points and stuff. So we'll take it and do some shots of the interior, do a video on the interior. Right here you can see a scratch there, some paint work there. So it's just a nice driver for somebody, and you know, a very affordable entry-level classic car. You know, not everyone can afford a $50,000 car or anything like that. It's just a nice looking car, and you know, very classy looking. Okay, let's take a look at the interior on the Corvair. We'll just start from the front to the back. You know, you look at the dash pad. It's in great shape. No cracks in it. One thing that's a little annoying is these visors when you drive. They seem to want to tip down a little bit. And part of that reason is they need little stoppers right there, little bumpers. That'll keep them up a little bit. But anyways, the steering wheel looks like it's in decent shape. There's a little crack there, a little crack there. The horn's not working. Well, actually the horn's working. I was thinking about a different car. The lights work, your wipers work. The lighter works on the car, but you got to hold it in until it finally pops back out. You got to pull it out, but it does work. The ignition, your fan works, your odometer, and the speedometer and the odometer works. It's got 34,149. Assume it's rolled over. And there's no check engine lights. And that was a joke. Anyways, the fuel gauge is stuck on full. I'm not sure what's wrong with it. I haven't even looked. And also you've got a radio over there. It's a Chevrolet aftermarket radio. And the tape player does work. And the radio does work. And the seats are nice. You know, they're used, but they're not all ripped up or anything like that. Passengers, same way. You can see the seat backs are nice. Rear seat's in good shape too. It's got a black boot on it, which is in great shape. The top on the car is in actually really nice shape. It's a white one. We'll take it off. You can see the door panels are in good shape, but you can see the clips have pulled away. Probably needs new clips. There might be something on the back of the door panel that's come apart. But that one's all the way around. You can see like that. You can see especially on a convertible, this is important. You know, you look at the jams, are very clean on this car. Usually these are major cases where you've got a lot of rust issues. You can see the VIN ID right there as well. See the outside of the door. Hey, here we're out cruising around in the Corvair. It's a 1963. You'll see some nice scenery as we're driving. You got Hazelnut Farm over here on the left. You've got Grass Seed Farm over here. You got Christmas trees. We've got a lot of great fields. It's just beautiful country. We're out on Hal Prairie, if you're from Oregon, Hal Prairie Road. Anyways, this car drives so nice, and this is the perfect kind of weather. Just cruising out in a little, convertible. Okay, here we are on the passenger side. You can see the carpet is a little bit worn on the car. It's got factory 4-speed. Glove box. When you put this back in, you got to push the button and then it stays. I can't tell you how many countless times I've tried to shut that, and you actually have to hold the button. Back of the seat. You can see a little hole. Actually, where some of the stitching, the loops come out of the carpet there. A little stain right there. But overall, I mean, for a driver, very nice interior. Something, you can enjoy. Door panel. You can see it's loose on the clips there on the bottom as well. See the edge of the door. Door jamb is very clean. We'll take some pictures of underneath the doors too, and they're in great shape. Little surface rust, but nothing major. We'll hop back here and we'll take a look at the motor. Actually, we'll take a look at the deck lid first. Usually they're really rusty. A little surface rust right there, but this one's very nice. You got your spare tire back here. Factory carburetors, dual carburetors. What's really interesting about the Corvair engine, you can see the belt turning the generator. You got a pulley over here that goes down below the crank and then comes up over the top here. Just kind of a unique design. Factory air cleaners on it. So it actually runs really nice, actually, and the battery works. You can see all the way around here, this all needs to be repainted. You know, it's solid. This isn't rusty or anything. It's just where the paints come off. You know, same thing with here. In a picture, that would look like rust, but that's just some surface stuff. Right here is your cowl tag that you usually see on a cow. I don't know what to call this one, the trunk tag. But that tells you, you know, options, colors, and things. Take a look around the channel. It's in fairly good shape. Okay, go ahead and fire her up. See that belt. It's a good sounding motor. Why don't you go ahead and rev it a little bit. You can see how that linkage goes across there and hits both carburetors. See, there's no smoke coming out of the tailpipe. Go ahead and rev it again. I kind of like these tailpipes because they extend all the way back. You can see that on both sides. Still running a generator. You know, when we take pictures underneath, you'll see that the motor was rebuilt about 4,000 or 5,000 miles ago, about 5 years ago, and it's really in pretty good shape. So it was professionally rebuilt right here in Salem. I don't have any paperwork or anything on it, but it was redone. So anyways, thanks for taking a look at the motor. We went ahead and put the top up. It's not a power top, it's just manual top, but it's easy to put up. But you can see it's nice. I mean, it's got a little bit of dirtiness to it. Probably could be washed. White's hard, but there's no cracking or anything in it. It's actually in pretty good shape. Walk here to the other side. You can see it's in pretty nice shape. I was going to mention this little inside. It's nice and clean. There's a little piece that comes there that tucks up underneath there. You can see it on the other side, how it's supposed to be. So it just needs to be reattached up here on the front. It's got a plexi window. There's no cracks in it. You can see the doors shut nice on this side. On the other side, I don't know if it needs to be adjusted or not, but I wanted to point it out. It does shut. Actually, it shut nice that time. But sometimes you've got to hit it a couple times. See that? There you go. Also, I just wanted to point out the windshield. It's got a crack or a little chip there. Windshield wipers, another little chip, and another chip there. So I just wanted to point all that out. And then sometimes when you look on tops too, you'll see a bunch of bubbling and stuff. This is actually very clean. So here we are. We decided to take the carpet up a little bit. Two things. So first, you can see the floors. You can see the floors are real nice on the front and on this side. And we'll look around back. I'll talk about the front here in a minute. You can see the back, very, very solid. Nice looking floor. But it's just important to look at a convertible. You can see those are the heat boxes right there. You can see all the structures, very nice. One thing that they did though, they replaced the floors. The floor, I think maybe just on the driver's or passenger side here, I can't tell, but if you look underneath the car, which we're going to put it up on the lift and do a video on the lift, and you'll see underneath the car, there's like a hole where you can see the original floor, and I think what they did is they had to do a repair, and this was a long time ago, and it's not uncommon, not the right way to do it, but that's the way they did it. They put the floor over the top of the other floor, and but that's just the way the repair was. And the other reason I have the carpets out here, I wanted to show you that. The carpet doesn't stay real good, so we're going to glue the carpet down in a lot of different areas. So when you get it, you'll have to, if you want to get up underneath here, which there's really no reason to, you'll have to pull the carpet back up. But we're going to glue it along the, like right there, you can see along the sides. It just doesn't fit real good. It's just kind of wrinkled because it's older carpet. New carpet would be nice, but this kind of car is kind of a just an entry-level classic car for somebody, and so we're just trying to make it as nice as we can make it. So anyways, I just wanted to show you that, and it's a great little Corvair. Almost call it a Rambler. Anyways, thanks for checking this out, and we'll look underneath in a second. Okay, here we're taking a look at the Corvair underneath. It actually structurally is really good. You look at the bottom of the trunk pan, it's very clean, no rust. There's the drain plug. You can see up in here, not rusty. Frame rail, it's in great shape. Has a common area. Look here on the other side where the steering box is connected. A little drip, not much on the steering box. And cross member. See down here, you can see the driver's floor, very nice. See the inner rocker. Torque box is in great shape. Now here's a repair. I don't know why they did it like this. It is what it is. They put a factory floor. There was a rust area here. You can see it on both sides. Here's your frame rail. Your torque box is good and everything. But anyways, they put a floor on top of the other floor. They kind of cut it out and then put that other floor, but they didn't weld it here. So you can actually push that up. So that's something later on, if you wanted to repair that, it would be so easy. And this was probably done, 20, 30 years ago. And, it wouldn't take much. It's something, if you were skilled, you could do it yourself. But, it's pretty much just a weekend type job if you're skilled at it. But to repair that, just to make it look nicer. I mean, it functions. I show a video right before this that shows the floor on top, and it looks great. But it is what it is. The rest of the floors on the car are really nice. That part just ugly the way they did it. I'm just being honest with you. But it doesn't really hurt it in any way. It still functions. It's still safe. You can see the bottom of the floors here. Very nice. Just a little surface rust. Usually these Corvairs are just rusted out beyond belief underneath here. And these are nice. The frame rails are excellent. Another frame rail here. You can see the exhaust coming out here. The engine, like I said, was built 4,000 or 5,000 miles ago. You can see it's very clean. Yeah, you can see some oil residue and stuff on the bottom. But overall, I mean, if you look at the engine, it's clean. You can see up here in the wheel wells, the arch, where the spring perches are. Go over here and look on the passenger side. You can see the frame rail's in excellent shape there too. I mean, structurally underneath, I mean, this is a great car. It's just that one repair that I mentioned up there. So anyways, just wanted to let you see it in a different perspective, in a video of underneath than just still photos, and explain what's going on up there. So anyways, thank you. How far are we going to drive, Tim?